Our region's multinational companies are among our best advocates for St. Louis, so thank you to the business community for supporting today's event. We have many returning sponsors year after year, and we thank you for that. But we also have one very important new sponsor this year, one of the world's leading global firms, Bayer. So we welcome your team to St. Louis and look forward to getting to know you. We know you will be such an important part of the future of St. Louis, and we really want to work hard with you. We're still trying to get you that nonstop flight to Frankfurt, by the way, and we will continue to work hard on that. Building our region's global footprint is a priority for the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership. St. Louis's connectivity to international markets brings both dynamic talent and foreign investments to our region. The partnership's commitment to amplify our industry's verticals abroad took us to many countries in the last year. In November, we visited Buenos Aires and Rosario in Argentina, and Rosario became a sister city. In Buenos Aires, we signed an MOU between the partnership and the Undersecretariat of the Ministry of Innovation and Technology. We agreed to promote investment together and international trade. Over 30 St. Louisans joined us in Argentina, and last week we welcomed a delegation back from Argentina as they came to visit and learn in St. Louis. In May of 2018, a small delegation visited Dijon in the Greater Burgundy region of France to explore shared crop and bioscience innovation. There, we also signed an agreement with our counterparts, the Agence Économique Régionale, and so in both Argentina and France, we focused on leveraging our strengths in St. Louis in ag tech and food production to meet the demands of the growing population and the shrinking food supply. Also in May, the St. Louis Deputy Mayor, Linda Martinez, was welcomed in Amsterdam as she presented to the Startup City Summit. The summit featured 200 officials from over 100 cities in the world. And so our trade missions center on our industry strengths. This July, the prestigious Brookings Institution released a report recognizing our region's ag tech sector as one of the best in the U.S. and a model for other regions to look to grow their economies. The Brookings report said, for nearly 2 decades, St. Louis has patiently and collaboratively made strategic investments in the capital, facilities, and skills that agriculture technology cluster needs. So some have started calling this the Ag Coast of America because of our location in the center of the heartland and the density of grain and fertilizer facilities along the Mississippi River. But the Brookings report also hailed the density of entrepreneur support organizations focused on building the next generation of agri-food and ag tech companies. Organizations like BioSTL and the Danforth Plant Science Center, the Yield Lab, and our Helix Center. Additionally, the research universities, Washington University, University of Missouri, and St. Louis University, are equally important to building our next generation economy. Anticipating future trends continues to be a core focus of our World Trade Center. Tim and his group have secured a place for St. Louis in the Brookings Institution's Global City Initiative. As part of the Global Cities work, the World Trade Center developed a metro export plan and a foreign direct investment plan for St. Louis. We're now doing that work of those plans every day. So our region's ability to respond to markets is key, given St. Louis export goods and services is estimated at $16.1 billion. And right now, St. Louis ranks among the top 25 largest exporting metros. Because of our work with Brookings and JP Morgan Chase, we can see there's great potential for St. Louis to better leverage its competitive advantages. Every vertical of strength in our region has the potential to further accelerate our region's growth and to build our reputation domestically and internationally. My team and I always are here to help, so please let us know if there's anything that we can do to help you. And when you do business around the world, let us know where we can make a St. Louis connection, because it takes all of us to ensure that St. Louis evolves with our global economy by developing that compelling global identity. The global identity of St. Louis will ultimately determine our relevance in international markets. Our region's global relevance is extremely important as we endeavor to make St. Louis a magnet and attract and retain multinational companies. And we cannot do this work alone, of course. Mayor Lyda Krewson is a really strong partner with us. She knows that in 2018, it's not enough to compete with our peer cities around the U.S. Our competitors are all over the world. Mayor Cruzen is significantly involved in our work, including the Mosaic Project, the Sister Cities, in promoting St. Louis as a place for foreign direct investment. This past year, she hosted numerous foreign delegations from China, Uganda, Kenya, and other countries.